Today I'm going to show you how to make a special magical pouch that you can take on your adventures. Right, so we're going to make our special magical pouches which we can take with us everywhere we go. When we're out for walking the dogs, if you're playing in your garden, you quickly find a treasure to pop it in. You don't have to tell anybody what you've got, but you're going to need some things to make it with first. And these are as follows. You're going to need some material. This is chamois leather, the leather that they use to dry the car with, so it's really strong. It doesn't fray when it's being cut. Okay, so I'm using that, but you can use cotton or like this is felt. Now, I've seen them that have been made with old blankets, so anything that does not fray. Okay, right. You'll also need a plate. Now, a large dinner plate will make a little pouch big enough to hold enough tinder for 2 fires. You'll also need a pair of scissors, a hole punch. If you don't have a hole punch, you can use a leather punch, or you can use scissors to cut your holes, okay? The next thing you'll need are some beads, okay, and some string so that you can make the handles. Now you can use string, or you can use paracord, or you could use ribbon, whatever you've got at home. You don't have to go out and specially buy. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a pencil, okay? Okay, so step 1, and you take your pencil, hold onto the plate so it doesn't slip, and draw around the plate. Okay. Quite easy, nice big circle. Okay, so step 2, you're going to cut out your circle. Cut following the line. Remember, up and down with your scissors. Okay, so once you've got your circle cut out, you are going to mark each side so you know where exactly halfway is on your circle. Okay, and you see that's a really nice half a circle or semicircle. Okay, you take your pencil and you mark in the halfway point on one side, okay, because that's going to be your halfway mark for one of your holes, and you do exactly the same so it corresponds on the other side, like that. And to work out where your quarter is, you fold it again, and you take your pencil and you mark it there, on the other side, so it shows you the corresponding quarter. There you go. So when you open it, you should have 4 points, okay? There you go. And then what you can do is by eye, you can work out, because you need an even number of spots, where to put your holes for your hole punch, okay? And you go all the way around until you've drawn in all the spaces where you need your hole punch to go. So once you've got all your spots drawn on, you can take your hole punch, okay? You slide your spot in so you get it directly over the hole, okay, and you press down. Just use one side of your hole punch and you get a hole, and you keep going round, okay, like that, until you have completely done all your holes. Now you need an even number of holes, okay? So once you've got all your holes in, you take out these little bits like that. Now there are 2 types of pouch that you can make. You can make a single drawstring bag where you just open it with 1 bead, and you can open it like that, okay? And you just close it by pulling the bead. The second way of doing it is having a double drawstring. So you've got 2 beads that you pull out and open. So there you go. So I've got all my pine cones in there. So to make the single one, like so, you'll need string. Okay, now because this is relatively thin string, I've doubled it, but you don't need to. Okay, so what you need is you need to get a piece of string that is twice the length of the diameter. Okay, and cut it like that. Okay, now I'm going to thread it through the holes in and out, so it's really easy. You just start and you thread in and out like so. Very simple. These are really, really good for your fine motor skills, just making sure that you get them in and out and continue until you're finished. Okay, so once you've finished your weaving, it should look a bit like this. See, it's gone in and out. It's made you a nice row. Take your 2 ends, okay, pull them together. There you go. Now if you don't have a bead, you can just stop. You can just tie the ends like that. But what I've done is I've got an elder bead here. Okay, so you've got the hole in there. You can use a piece of wire for this. Makes it a lot easier, or a needle, and just poke your piece of string through the hole. You can twist the ends together so it makes it a lot easier to thing, and try and thread it through that way. This is a tricky bit. Okay. So once you've pushed your ends of your string through, you can use your bead like a toggle, pull it through. Now to make sure the bead doesn't fall off, just tie a knot. You can make sure you have all your lengths of string together. You go round and through the middle like that, and you pull it. Can you see? Just pulling it together, and it makes a nice secure knot. There you go. You've got your single straw one. In this little pouch, I'm going to keep a little secret stash of sweeties that you can take with you on your walk, and that'll go in the pocket. Okay, so I'll show you now how to do the double one. It's a little bit more complicated. So for the 2-sided drawstring, you need to cut your string, 2 pieces of string, so it's double the length. Remember, I'm doubling it up because it's quite thin string, so I'd quite like these little cords to be quite tight. So there you go. I've actually cut one earlier, so I'm going to use that to actually measure and make sure that I've got 2 equal lengths of string like that. And get your scissors and snip it off. I'm actually going to use a piece of wire as my needle and pinch it through there like that, and then twist it so that I can thread it through. Now we're going to find where the halfway mark is for our bag. You need to make it sure you know where it's the corresponding hole on the other side. So you're going to literally just thread to that hole. Okay, like that. Okay, so keep threading. You can see this is a lot easier to go in and out like this until you get to your halfway mark. Now it's caught. There we go. So you got your string around. Oh, that's the halfway mark there. Okay, so got your string. Make sure that it's pointing out as well on the opposite side. Pull it through. There we go. Like that. Then cut that bit and tie a knot. So it doesn't slide out. And then with your second piece of string, you're going to go and do exactly the same the other side. Go in, make sure that the tails of your two pieces of string are together, and you go all the way around until you meet your other side. Okay, so now I've gone round the other side. I've got my two ends of my drawstring, there we go. Now I'm just going to neaten it up, cut it, and cut this side as well, so that we can thread our beads on, just to make sure they're nice and neat. There we go. Instead of my elder beads, I'm going to use some red beads for this one. So what you're going to do is you take your ends, get them well and truly together, really twist, and slide your bead on so it goes over all the bits of string. You may need to use that little piece of wire again. Push it through. You pull it all the way through. There you go. So that's one end, you got your bead on there. Tie it off so that the bead doesn't fall out, and you do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so once you've got both sides on, you can do your beads and pull it up like that. There you go. So I've got a few ideas of what you can put in there. There I've got, now my boys love bugs, and so they can keep their secret bugs in them. Okay, I would absolutely die of fright if I opened this bag not knowing what was inside. So there you go, perfect little bag for bugs. There you go. Put the bag and bugs. Now, I made one of these earlier with the velvet, and inside I keep my jewellery. So there you go, there's another idea what you can use with your bag. You can use it to keep shells in from when you go out to the beach. If you go for a nice long walk on the beach, pine cones are really good to keep in these. You can keep pebbles in, even fossils, and how about some woodland treasure? There you go. These sort of things are great to keep in your little pouches. So please guys, go ahead, have a go and make a lovely pouch.